Vampires that sparkle? I have a different question. Let's say we locked all your characters in a room and they had to fight. Who do you think would win? Because Prince Turnip might survive since he jumps on a stick.
Audience? I think it's probably Alucard.
I think that too,
It's hard to beat the Cthulhu.
Thank you.
You bet.
Hi, first I just want to say that my entire family is like huge fans of you.
Wow.
Yeah, my whole family. So I wanted to ask if your experience on the stage has helped you be a voice actor, or do you think if you hadn't had the stage experience, if that would have affected your voice acting, or if they're kind of just two separate spheres, I guess?
No, I think the theater absolutely helped, which is why 80% of the voice actors that I run into tend to have theater experience. And primarily because with theater, you have to learn how to project your voice to fill the room, so that you usually have to either go dumb because you blow your voice out, or you have to learn good vocal technique. And that's probably the two biggest things that I have found helping me in voiceover, besides my acting training, which is very important, are my singing, my sort of classical singing training, and improv. And improv is a stage thing, you know, you do that up on stage. It's hard to improv on film. It's not impossible, but it's difficult. Yeah, I mean, theater, to me, it's vital, because I think it's one of the best ways to practice acting, and also because voice acting usually requires you to be a little larger, and film acting, it requires you to be completely transparent. And so sometimes when you see people who are good film actors and you see them on stage, their performance doesn't get past the first row, because they're very good at just sort of being intimate, you know? You talk like this, sure. Oh, you mean there's other people here? You know? And that works really good on camera, but it doesn't work so good with voice acting, so.
And I have one more. What was your favorite stage character that you played? Like, we've done the what was your favorite voice, but your favorite either, I guess, show you're in or character you played on stage?
Wow, that's a good question. I think it would probably have to be, we did a production of the Bacchae, and I played Dionysus.
Oh my God!
Right. Except, this was a updated Bacchae by a guy named Charles Mee, and I believe you can still download his scripts online for free, because that's the way he would do things. He wrote the most raw, modern Greek tragedies you've ever seen. They're just brutal. So my Dionysus, it was done outside at the Williamstown Theater Festival. I was dressed in a J. Crew hot bikini, with the hot pants, bikini top. I had my bleached hair back then, fishnet stockings, and combat boots. Yeah, and then I was surrounded by women who tended to tear men apart, the Bacchae themselves, and that was a pretty crazy production. But yeah, playing Dionysus in that was pretty fantastic. And we would rehearse outside in this little courtyard that was right near the most popular deli in town. So you'd have all these people getting their sandwiches, and they'd walk around the corner, and they'd be like, "Hi," and they'd hook up. So yeah, that was fun.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hello again.
Hi there.
And have you ever had, or what would you do if a random fangirl came up and she was like, "Oh my God, it's Crispin Freeman," and faint?
That never happens. Yeah, no, I mean, people get excited, which is great.
And the other question I have is when people are deciding to voice someone, do you know, would they do, I can't think of it.
Don't faint. It's okay, no worries.
But do you know if any company is doing Vampire Night?
I don't know. Again, I'm the last one to know.
But if they're going to dub it, how long would it take?
How long does it take? Well, usually what happens is, Vampire Night's a TV series, right?
Yeah.
Okay, So when they do a TV series, they tend to release like 4 or maybe 5 episodes on a DVD, and we call it like a volume. And so each volume of a DVD, if we're doing 4 episodes, usually in terms of recording the actors, that usually takes about 2 weeks in the booth to record all the different characters. But before that, they have to get all the materials, all the video and audio, and they have to digitize it. And then they have to take the scripts and get them translated and the scripts adapted and everything. And that usually, I mean, if they're moving quick, that can take a month. Sometimes they push it faster, but people hurt themselves. So like usually, and then the whole process repeats. So usually I get called in to record a TV show like once every 6 to 8 weeks. Like that's how often the turnaround is for one volume of anime. So depending on when they start doing it, that's about as fast as you can go, I think.
Yeah, because if they did it, I would love you for Kaname.
I would love to too. But I don't get to decide these things. That's another thing. I get a lot of questions from fans saying, would you choose to do this character? Would you choose? I was like, I'll choose to do any character they cast me as. I don't have control, you know? Like, I audition just like every other actor, and the director and the producer get to choose who gets to play what roles. I don't get to choose. So, you know, if I get to play a character, it's because someone thought I was right for it. And then I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well, would you refuse such and such? And I go, no. I don't know any actor that would refuse work. So.
Hey man, I'm Sean, the main host of the Anime Lifestyle podcast.
Okay, hi Sean.
You already answered pretty much the Lotus War question I was going to ask, but...
Then be gone! No.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there lives an irresponsible captain. What can you tell me about him?
Let's go! Yay! I'm your monkey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I had another 2-part question.
Oh boy.
What was it like recording both the Yuna TV series and the movie when the character Toga's so different in both of them, but very much the same?
That was recursive. Like folding in on itself like a Mobius strip. It was great. I mean, Toga was actually the first character that I actually originated, because the first character that I played in anime was Zelgadis, but I took him over from another actor. So the next show coming was Utena. Well, thank you. And so Utena was the first one where I got to sort of start the character from the beginning, and I loved Toga. That was another one when I auditioned for it. I was like, I'm either going to play Toga or Sionji, and I think they're going to cast me as Toga. And they did, which was smart. Because the guy who plays Sionji is great. But yeah, in the movie, he's very different. He's much more sort of like the ghostly lover than he is the sort of scheming playboy that he is in the TV series. So we had to make sure to sort of change him like that to make it appropriate. Which is why it wouldn't have helped me to read the manga. Because the TV and the film are so different and they have to be true to themselves. If I'd read the manga, it just would have made it chop suey. Just all mix it up together. My hands are so cold, my rings are falling off. Okay.
And my other question is, do you think Toga Kiryu could seduce Haruhi Suzumiya? And yes, he has the car, the bike, anything he wants.
No. Not Haruhi. Even if he put his hair up, he still wouldn't. Yes, hello, sir.
Hey, Zach, I was actually one of the few people who was here last time you was here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I just look old. I just really look old. I got like 2 questions. It's kind of weird. I've noticed that 70% of the games that I have, you're in.
Okay.
And that's not a bad thing, but I've noticed that no matter how good the voice is, like most of the characters seem to either have a very, very homosexual undertone, or they really say things to male characters that they really shouldn't if they know that the male character should. Do you know who keeps casting you like that? I don't want that to continue, but I would just like to say, if you could make that person stop, please stop them, because it really doesn't feel right.
But I thought that's what you wanted, sweetie.